All right, Kenman here, and the Anything Emerson wave continues. What are we looking at today? It's another Spyderco. Of course, it has an Emerson Wave uh, hook, bill, clip, notch. Let's get into it. Today, we have the Spyderco Dragonfly 2 with the Emerson opener. This is from that Anything Emerson Wave collection. Looked at a bunch of them, have a few left. He sent me several of his cool Emerson Wave knives to check out, enjoy, share with all of you, and then we'll get them returned back to him soon. This one is cool. Little mini Spyderco. Let's check it out, break it down. Got an FRN fiberglass reinforced nylon handle with that Spyderco multi-angular texture. Has the little Spyderco Dragonfly marking right there. VG10 on the blade. Says Spyderco VG10 right there. We have Japan on that side. The little maker's mark. And then, of course, the Spyderco logo, the classic Spyderco hole in the blade. This is a lockback knife, so not a lot of, I don't know, a smaller hand might have enough action to be able to flick that all the way out. My hands are larger, so when it comes to that, I have a little bit more struggle with the smaller ones. It's not that the knife is bad. I just have big hands. Maybe keep them on camera. What are they doing up there? This is a cool, smaller kind of mini knife shootout, though. I have been working on that. I could add this to it quick while we're here. This double ramped, jimped edges, I love that. So we have the choke up spot for the finger. So you got your normal grab here, and then you've got this really nice choke up spot with the jimps, which really helps for that, making it feel like a bigger knife. Look at that. My large hand, the handle still goes all the way to the end. Pinky is definitely not falling off. Then you have the ramped harpoon kind of section for that Emerson opener notch, and that has a ton of jimps that just feel great. They ride right up. Your thumb just sits in there. It's kind of the squeeze point to get a hold of the knife for doing work. That feels great. This could be a really nice smaller user. Who's got one of these? Clip can be swapped to the other side. It is tip up carry both left or right with that wire clip. Then you have that Emerson, so when it's in your pocket, you basically catch that on the seam of your pants, and then of course, catch it on my hand, flip it, it flips out, Emerson Wave style. Real fast deploy, so you don't even need to use your hand, just kind of take it out and the knife is instantly open and ready for use. Does have a little captive pivot on there. The lock back, easy to press down, closes up, has a nice strong detent with that lock. That lock is designed to kind of pull it in, makes it a little bit harder for flicking it out, which I cannot do with my smaller hand, but I can roll it out with my thumb, no problem. Just pinch open it. Use the Emerson Wave, obviously, through the pocket. I would say I'd either wave it out or do this thumb roll, which works really nice. Sorry if I'm not staying on camera here. I'm all over the place tonight, huh? Blade is solid. Yeah. No play or movement there. Feels good. Centered. Actually, it looks like, yeah, it's centered right about where it needs to be. This does feel good. Nice design. The seams feel good, feel smooth. Good design. Does have some jimps on the handle as well, which is great. Yeah, smaller knife. This thing is cool. Feels good in the hand. Nice edge. Little point there for getting in for some pokey use. What do we think about this Spyderco? All right. Definitely a small one. 5.5 end to end. a little more than 2 1/4, almost 2 3/8. You could say 2 1/2 at an angle on the blade, but it's about 2 3/8 at most, with a 1 7/8 cutting surface with a tiny curve on the belly, and 3 3/8 on the handle. Blade thickness is 0.09. 0.09 carries all the way out to there. Then you got your grind, nice pointy tip. Handle is 0.33. Thickest spot back here, 0.84. Thickest with the wave part on the blade, 1.12. Otherwise, the blade is 0.72. And the never-ending battery continues. Will it ever die? No. 1.30, definitely a light, smaller knife. 3.29, the Kaiser drop bear, I compare with everything. So 1.3, definitely a light one. This Dragonfly 2 from Spyderco. Boom. So Kaiser drop bear is a great EDC, not quite full-size daily carry user. Bug out size, pyrite size. Good for comparisons. Inch longer in the front, probably 3/4 or more in the back. This is definitely a mini knife shootout contender for good and bad ways. Types of opening kind of bad, but the way it feels in the hand, these choke up spots, the jimps, that feels great. And do a little paper cut test here. Let's see. Yeah, didn't want to get started, but yeah, it's not so bad. I give it a, okay, there we go. Once it gets going, I feel like there might be a little burr right at the front. He uses his knives, Anything Emerson Waved, so they've had some use to them. I think a little touch up on there, that thing might be screaming, but it feels pretty good as is. What do we think about this one? The Dragonfly 2 got some VG10, that FRN scales. Feels great in the hand. I like that little choke up spot. If you like the Emerson Wave, this could be for you. Comment below, what do we think about this Spyderco? Should I pick one up? Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.